So in today's video, I'm going to be previewing Barrow AFC versus Bradford City, and then the second part of today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys my Game Week 34 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're down the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Would you make any changes from yesterday's EFL Trophy semi-final defeat against Wycombe? Just touching on that briefly, I think the general consensus among the fan base is, how did we lose that game? We battered Wycombe for 95 minutes or whatever, and then obviously including first half stoppage time, and then somehow they get the goal on the counter-attack. We completely switch off defensively. It's an error from Sam Stubbs, who was excellent in the game overall. Alex Gilliard was fantastic at left wing back. Adore and Kavanagh as well, brilliant. But we simply could not finish our dinner. And there's been a lot of praise coming the team's way, and I think for the large part it is deserved. But if you're not going to take your chances in football, and again, their keeper had a pretty decent game, but if you're not going to take your chances, you're not going to win football matches. So very, very disappointing. Unfortunately, no trip to Wembley on this occasion, but there is still one more potential opportunity for us to get to Wembley this season. We currently sit 2 points off the playoffs. There's about 6-7 teams that separate us and that final playoff spot in Harrogate Town, and then between 7th and 6th there is a 5-point gap at this moment in time. But make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you're new as well. Let's get into it. Channel memberships are now cheaper than ever, with Tier 1 costing just 99p. Tier 2 has been reduced from $3.99 a month down to $1.99 a month, and Tier 3 has been reduced from $8.99 a month down to just $4.99 a month. Your support, as always, is massively appreciated, and the more members that we have, the better the content will be. Enjoy the rest of the video. Starting out then with the current Sky Bet League 2 table. My team, Bradford City, we currently sit 13th in the table. After 33 matches, we've got 12 wins, 10 draws and 11 defeats, scoring 41 goals and conceding 39, which leaves us on a positive 2-goal difference and 46 points. Our last couple of matches then have been a win, a win, a win, a draw and a loss. Them last couple of matches then being a 1-0 defeat at home to Wycombe Wanderers, as we just mentioned there, in the EFL Trophy semi-final, a 1-0 win at home to Sutton United, a 4-0 win at home to MK Dons, a 1-0 win away at Wrexham AFC, a 0-0 draw at home to AFC Wimbledon, a 1-0 win at home to Doncaster Rovers in the Football League Trophy quarter-final, and a 2-0 defeat away at Swindon Town. If you compare that then to Barrow AFC, they currently sit 6th in the table. After 33 matches, they've got 14 wins, 11 draws and 8 defeats, scoring 47 goals and conceding 39, which leaves them on a positive 8-goal difference and 53 points. Their last couple of matches, though, have been a loss, a loss, a loss, a win and a draw. So both teams are on very contrasting form in the league at this moment in time. Their last couple of matches have been a 5-3 defeat away at Salford City. Barrow conceding 5 goals is crazy to think about when you think about how good their defensive record has been so far this season. They also had a 2-1 defeat at home to bottom of the table at the time, Forest Green Rovers, a 2-0 defeat away at AFC Wimbledon, getting a red card in that match. Jamie Proctor sent off. I feel like that was it for violent conduct? I don't think that was a double yellow, so he should be banned for this match as well. They also had a 1-0 win at home to MK Dons and a 1-1 draw away at Notts County. Their form for the large part of this season has been excellent. They obviously beat us in the reverse fixture. Graham Alexander's first game in charge in that one. I'm pretty sure Tyler Smith scored for us. We were actually the better team in that game, to be honest with you. We need to go there and get our revenge. I've been to Barrow a couple of times, and our record there has been a little bit hit and miss since Pete Wild's gone in there. They have been a very, very hard side to break down. But now we're going to get into the team that I would go with if I was Graham Alexander. In terms of my formation for this match, then I would stick with the 3-4-3. I certainly think we've been playing very well in that formation recently, so I would stick with the same formation. In goal, I've gone with Sam Walker. Was very good in our last match in the league against Sutton, made 2 or 3 really, really good saves. Obviously couldn't play yesterday due to him being cup tied, but I feel like Colin Doyle would have still played anyway. Doyle wasn't bad. I feel like the goal he couldn't really do much about. He took a deflection and it ends up going right in the corner. Doyle doesn't really have much chance with that one. He made 1 or 2 half decent saves in the game, but Sam Walker has been excellent over the last couple of weeks. He's been pivotal to our success. This mini run that we've gone on so far over the last couple of weeks, he has been very important for us in that, so again, he should stay in between the sticks. Into the back three then. Now, at the time of recording, I don't know who's injured, who's available, so this team, take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt, but at right centre-back, I've gone with Jonathan Tompkinson. I thought, again, yesterday, he was pretty solid in the game. Sometimes, again, his composure on the ball was a little bit poor. He gave the ball away in a few dodgy areas at times, but defensively very solid in the match. His recovery pace is excellent, and again, we're going to need it in this one when you're dealing with their tricky sort of strikers like your Dom Telford, a potential Cole Stockton as well. He's a bit more of a complete forward, but Tompkinson is going to be pivotal for us in this match, in my opinion, so he starts at right centre-back. In the middle, I've gone with Matty Platt. That is with the hope that he is available for selection. Obviously came off with injury last week against Sutton, didn't play yesterday against Wickham, but I feel like he should be back and available for this one. If not, maybe he goes Stubbs in the centre, but I'm hoping that Matty Platt will be back for this one, and he's been, again, massive for us in our success over the last couple of weeks. And Stubbs, well, he had a brilliant game overall. He was partially to blame for the goal that Wickham scored. You know, he lost the ball in a really, really poor area, so Platt for me starts in the middle. At left centre-back, again, hoping he's available, I've gone with it, Kieran Kelly. Came off really early in that second half against Wickham. He picked up the injury in the first half, but because there was only about 30 seconds left, he never actually got the opportunity to come back onto the pitch and see if it was going to be alright, and within 1 or 2 minutes he was down and requested the substitution. Liam Ricardo came on at left centre-back, and I don't think he did too bad there. I'd much rather have him there than at wing-back for me, but Kelly has been, again, class for us over the last couple of weeks. Under Alexander, he's come on leaps and bounds, and hopefully he is fit and available. It was more of like a hip sort of injury, so they're usually ones that you could see you out for a little bit of a longer period of time, which would be very disappointing. But Kelly, for me, if he's fit and available, he's going to be massive for us in this one. And that back three and goalkeeper have been excellent for us. So fingers crossed they're all available for selection. If not, you could end up seeing Taylor in the middle and maybe Stubbs on the left, or Stubbs in the middle and Rideout on the left. I feel like if Platt and Kelly aren't available for selection, it probably would be Sam Stubbs in the middle and Liam Rideout on the left for me. I mean, you could even maybe go with young Noah Wadsworth as well. Is he ready for such a big match like this? I'm not so sure, but yeah, we've got a number of injuries at this moment in time, which certainly isn't ideal. Into my midfield four then, at right wing back, I've gone with Brad Halliday. Again, yesterday, absolutely excellent. There's not enough words to describe about how good this man is. I know it's club policy about we've got to wait until the summer to give him a new contract, but if we could get that man on a 5-year deal, I don't think any Bradford fan would complain. He's everything you want to see in a footballer. Grafting, just working your ass off for 95, 100 minutes, whatever it is, giving 110%, whether it's minute 1 or minute 7,000. Brad Halliday's given a 1,000,000%, and I absolutely adore the man. The way that he's bounced back after such a disappointing playoff semi-final second leg against Carlisle has been excellent to see, and for me personally, he should start at right wing back. Into my two central midfielders then, again, don't really know who's available and who's fit for selection, but firstly I've gone with Alex Gilead, and he would be my captain for this game. Obviously Smallwood serving the second of his 2-game ban in the league, even though he played yesterday. It's a really bizarre rule. I don't know why the multiple booking ban is still a thing, or why it hasn't been raised to a higher threshold. For me, it should be 6 and 12 rather than 5 and 10 with how frequent they get given out at this moment in time, and they have been really for over the last couple of seasons, but specifically this season. But in terms of Gilead, he was excellent at left wing back yesterday, probably my man of the match in there. Again, very similar to Brad Halliday, and he's so versatile, and that is excellent to see. Again, the way that he's come on leaps and bounds, similar to someone like a Kieran Kelly compared to last season, is excellent to see, and I have absolutely no complaints with him being the captain in this one. And partnering him, I've gone with Kevin McDonald. I know he's not going to be able to last the 90 minutes. Obviously, he played a full 90 on Tuesday, and I'm not really too sure why we went down the route of McDonald not really playing on Saturday to play 90 minutes on Wednesday to then probably not really play on Saturday, despite the fact Smolds, the only game he was going to be available for is the game when McDonald's played the full 90. So I'm not too sure why we've gone down that point of view, because Barrow away, you don't really want to have Sam Stubbs in central midfield, because I don't think that would really work. And considering we could have a potential centre-half injury crisis, you know, we're going to be lucky to field the team at this moment in time. This was really, really hard to pick, but I'm hoping everybody is going to be fit and available for selection. McDonald was brilliant yesterday. His calmness and composure on the ball, his ability to pick a pass. He should have had an assist in the first minute or two when Tyler Smith went through on goal and just put his shot straight at the keeper, as he did for a number of his chances last night. But McDonald definitely won't be able to last the full 90, even if you get an hour, 70 minutes out of him. I think that would certainly be a positive. And at the wing back, I've gone with Lewis Richards. Again, I was really surprised to not see him in the squad yesterday. I don't really know why he wasn't fit and available. You know, we've seen on the few clips that they've put on social media that Lewis Richards' eye is not swollen anymore. It's still obviously got a little bit of bruising, but he looks perfectly fine to be playing with that. And if he's not available for selection in this one, then I can only assume it's some sort of concussion protocol. But Richards, in the games that he has been fit and available for this season, for the large part, has been very good. So he should start at left wing back, in my opinion. Again, it's all really hard to pick the team when you don't actually know who's available. I'm going to presume the pre-match press conference will actually be tomorrow on Friday. So I don't really know who's available, so bear with me. And as my front three then, this one is a little bit easier to pick. As the right winger, I've gone with Ricardo. Absolutely excellent again yesterday. He's finally showing over the last couple of matches why we've brought him in. The quality that he has on the ball, his close control, he's absolutely outstanding. I'd probably say it's best in the squad. You know, you got the likes of Jamie Walker up there, Jake Young in terms of ball retention, but Ricardo very rarely gets tackled. He might get pushed off the ball or lose out in a physical battle, but in terms of technical ability, he's absolutely outstanding. He's been adding goals and assists to his game as well. Was unlucky not to really get a goal contribution yesterday, and he should start again at right wing. As a striker, I've gone with Andy Cook. We missed him massively yesterday. Obviously, we don't know if Jake Young is going to be available for selection. Fingers crossed he is, but he hasn't really played much football recently, and Cook, while he has been a bit hit and miss, some games he's played really well, some games his finishing hasn't particularly been great. Like against Sutton, he should have had 2 or 3 in that one. We massively missed him on Wednesday, and I feel like if he did play, we would have gone through in that one. Smith's finishing was really poor. He definitely didn't take his opportunity, but again, a striker who's not really played much football, we might as well put Matt Derbyshire up front because they'd played the same amount of football, really. You know, Smith had the odd 5 or 10 minutes or so off the bench, but you can't really impact a game like that. So Smith was always going to be rusty, and Cook should definitely come back into the side for this one. Is going to be massive for us as well in terms of defending set pieces, because Barrow are definitely a big physical side. You look at the likes of Niall Canavan, George Ray, them sort of players could certainly be a threat for us. And as the left winger, I've gone with Callum Kavanagh. Really good against Wycombe. His energy and high press is brilliant to see. His quality on the ball as well. Sometimes he's a little bit over theatrical with his dives when he gets the slight foul. I remember at one point in the second half where he got a little bit of a push in the face, and somehow his legs ended up nearly over his head. I'm not really too sure how that happened, but we got the free kick from it and nearly scored from it. It was a decent save from their keeper. But Kavanagh, for me, since he's come in, he's probably proved a lot of Bradford fans wrong. I feel like you look at his statistics prior to coming to Bradford City, it was understandable why fans were maybe criticising the signing, but he's certainly impressed so far, and fingers crossed he does keep it up in this one. On the bench then for me, that I leave Colin Doyle, Sam Stubbs, Liam Rideout, Bobby Poynton, Tyreek Wright, Jake Young and Tyler Smith. The players definitely unavailable are Daniel Ugoke, Richie Smallwood, Alex Patterson and Jamie Walker, but again there could be about another 4 or 5 players added to that list, which is crazy to say. So the players who will miss out through selection will be Ash Taylor, Adam Wilson, Harry Chapman and Matt Derbyshire. Now then, we're going to get into my Game Week 34 League 2 score predictions. Starting out then with Accrington Stanley versus Crawley Town. I'm back in the away side at 4-2-0 win. Barrow AFC versus Bradford City, I think finishes in a 1-1 draw. That wouldn't be a bad point really for the Bantams considering how good Barrow have been so far this season, but you look at the recent form, the last 3 or 4 league matches, Bradford could certainly go there and pick up the 3 points. Doncaster Rovers versus AFC Wimbledon, I think finishes in a 2-1 home win. Forest Green Rovers versus Tranmere Rovers, I think finishes in a 2-0 win for the visitors. Gillingham FC versus Wrexham AFC, I'm backing the home side at 4-2-1 win. Harrogate Town versus Walsall FC, I'm going with a 2-2 draw. MK Dons versus Newport County, I'm backing the home side at 4-3-0 win. Mansfield Town versus Salford City. Salford's form under Carl Robinson has been excellent, and I'm backing them for a win in this one. I'm going 3-2 to the visitors in that one. Morecambe FC versus Grimsby Town, I think finishes in a comfortable 2-0 home win for the Shrimps. Notts County versus Crewe Alexandra, I'm backing the away side for maybe a little bit of a shock 4-2 away win. Stockport County versus Swindon Town, I think finishes in a 3-1 home win. And finally, Sutton United versus Colchester United, a big game down at the bottom of the table. I'm backing the away side at 4-2-1 win. But I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We're on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your score prediction for this match. What would your starting 11 be as well? Would you make any changes from Wednesday's 1-0 disappointing defeat against Wycombe Wanderers in the EFL Trophy semi-final? Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all very soon for another one. Peace.